Alright, welcome back to Harvey's Garage. I'm not Harvey. Neither is this. This is Stewart. Harvey's inside. We had some thunderstorms, so he ran off. Alright, today we're going to change the oil on this 2016 Ford Transit 350. This has the 3.7 liter. Alright, so the stuff that you're going to need for it: a funnel, a light, an oil filter, that little guy, oil filter pliers, maybe, and a socket with a 14 millimeter, an oil pan, and required fluids, 5W20 oil, and a Miller. So I wanted to share this little tool. So my wife got this for me as I don't know why, but it's got sizes on both sides. It's got sockets on it. So anyway, thought it was kind of silly, but what it really works good for, let me get underneath here, is if I don't know what size this is, I can use, so the 17's too big, so let's drop down to the 14, and right there. So the 14 fits. It's not really worth anything to loosen it up with, but I don't have to roll underneath the car with 20 different sockets or wrenches just to figure out what it is. So I just wanted to share that with you. So as you can see, I jacked up the van a little bit to make room for my ample girth. And we're gonna slide under here to the right side of the oil pan, and there is the oil plug. So as I hopefully corrected earlier in the video, this is actually a 15 millimeter. So the little wheel that I showed you, you have to, it'll get you in the ballpark, but sometimes it's not super close. So we are going to break it loose. Loosen it by finger. Keep a little bit of inward pressure. And then it'll drain out. So you should really run it before you do this to make the oil a little bit more able to run out. But it's been hot as all get out down here in the south, so we'll skip that step. Alright, hopefully this audio comes out okay. It's been raining. So, since I guess we'll do this right, we're going to use a torque wrench to put the oil pan bolt back on. Leave it set to, where is it? 22 foot-pounds of torque. So down to a drip. Grab our plug. Alright, and grab a rag. Clean it up a little bit. Alright, now we just go till it clicks. Click. Alright. So there we go. That's how to do it right. Torque it to 22 foot-pounds. Alright, so fun development in the storm. I've lost power, but luckily my Harbor Freight lights are battery powered, so we should be able to continue on. Alright, so there was the bolt back there that we loosened up. Now we come forward and there is our oil filter right here. Alright, so hopefully I can get this by hand and I don't need the wrench for it. I don't know that I'll be able to do it one-handed. No. Alright. Sorry to leave you for so long. It took me a second to find them. Alright. So you just get these on here. There we go. Nice and loose. Hopefully you guys can see that. You get your oil pan underneath. It's going to start coming out. Almost didn't make the pan. So I've got a Wix on this one. I don't generally care too much what my oil filter is, but this van goes 10,000 miles between oil changes, so I have a little bit better brand. The ones that I only do 5,000 between oil changes, I'll put the cheapies on. Alright, so we can speed this up by taking this all the way off, but we're going to get more dirty than we have to. But I don't want you to have to sit around here all night, so speed it up. Alright. Right going here. Alright. Alright. Still out of power, but beer's still cold. Alright, here's our oil filter. Now, I watched a video, can't remember what the fellow's name is, but he does a lot of cool videos on oil, and who knew there was so much to know about oil. And my kids actually call me a nerd for watching his videos, but so he said, and he made a good point in one of his videos, and I'll try and find it and put it in link underneath, but he says that you need to fill up your oil filter before you put it on. Alright. So that should be enough. Alright, so since we got some oil up here, remember to wet your seal. And get some on the threads. Hopefully that'll help you get it off next time. Alright, so let's get this underneath. There. Now, I'm moving my lights around now just to be able to see. We're gonna crawl under here and be careful not to get your oil on the outside of the filter. It makes it slippery and more difficult to screw on. But we managed. I'm sure there's some sort of torque or something or other for these, but all right. I go with one grunt tight. All right. So, still no power. Still battery light. Stewart still hanging with us. But now my fan doesn't run anymore. So it is just getting exponentially hotter. All right. So here's the oil cap. Here's the dipstick. So next, take the oil cap off. So we know we got the oil filter and the oil plug back in. We got a clean inside of the filter. I swear the inside's clean. Outside looks awful. And we're gonna grab a 5 quarts of oil. And I really think that if I keep deciding to make videos, I'm gonna have to figure out how to wear my camera or something. All right, so we have our oil, and let's get it all over the place. There we go. That's awesome. So most of it is getting in the motor, and the other half is just, running all over the place. Normally, I would start with my container sideways so I don't get that chugging and everything, but this one-handed thing is really not super conducive to working on vehicles. But everybody else makes it look super easy, right? All right. So just hold it up, try and get as much out of it as we can. Look, grab a rag here and see if we can at least minimize the but that does look brand new. Maybe we should just do that with everything in the motor. It's nice. All right, so fun and games time. It's supposed to be like 5.5 quarts to fill it back up. I don't know how much I just spilled down there. So what we're gonna do is, we'll put about a quart in, and then we'll measure it on the dipstick, and we'll see where we're at. This was not a full container to start with, so. So we'll let it run down. You know what? Now is a good time for refreshment, because I am just sweating bullets without a fan. All right. Bring it up. And I never trust That initial reading, so I'll wipe it off. Yep, wiped off. And where are we at? Actually looks pretty good. Alright. So we will say, for all intents and purposes, that is good. Funnel out here. Put that in a bag of rags, which you'd be able to see if I had power. And then screw your oil cap back on. And then we run it. Let it circulate for a little bit. Shut it off, and we'll check the oil one more time, but I won't bore you with that. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, at least give me a thumbs up. If I get at least one person who gives me a thumbs up, I'll make a couple more videos. If you have any questions about anything that I used, or any links that I forgot to put in that I said I would, just comment down below and I'll get back to you. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.